Chapter 1. "We've got a surprise for you," Ben said. He stretched out in the jacuzzi he had installed at the stern of his yacht. My mom was beside him, sipping on some kind of tropical lemonade you could only get in Costa Rica. The yacht sliced through the perfect blue water off the coast. Ben's partner in .com engineering was at the wheel. I sat on the edge of the jacuzzi, waiting. I'm pretty sure neither of them could tell they had me worried. Things had been moving so fast lately. My mom and dad's separation, the move from Enid to San Diego, Ben and my mom. I liked Ben a lot. He was my bud and he was everything my dad wasn't. Funny, smart, rich, a real risk taker. But he wasn't my dad, and I didn't want to hear about a wedding. "What kind of surprise?" I asked. Ben took my mom's hand. "You want to tell him, honey?" "Nah," she said. "It'd be better coming from you." My shoulders tensed and I forced them to relax. "Dinosaurs," Ben said. "I'm going to show you Jurassic Park." I whooped and hollered, leaping into the jacuzzi. I hugged Ben and my mom. I was so excited I could hardly breathe. Then it hit me. "But what about all the restrictions?" I asked. "Isn't Isla Sorna off limits?" "I've got it all worked out," Ben said, "provided you don't mind a little parasailing." My mother smiled. I hadn't seen her smile and laugh so much in years. "I told Ben how much you've always liked dinosaurs," she said. Then she gestured toward the mainland. "Scarlet macaws, toucans, white-faced monkeys. Yeah, sure, all this exotic wildlife is beautiful, but what's one thing you can't just go to a zoo somewhere and see?" "Dinosaurs," I answered. I was 5 when I got into dinosaurs. 7 when the news came that John Hammond's InGen Corporation had employed genetic scientists to bring dinosaurs back from extinction using preserved prehistoric DNA. I must have watched the footage of that Rex in San Diego 100 times, and I told all my friends that one day I'd actually see dinosaurs for myself. Most of them didn't like hearing that. In a town like Enid, big talk and big dreams usually meant big trouble. No one there liked change. At least, that's how it was for me. To most of my friends, I was just a jock like them. A Waller Junior High Eagle. Basketball, football, wrestling, you name it. I went to the Vance Air Force Base shows and watched the Wings of Blue parachute team descend as the fighters flew overhead. I cheered for the home of the 71st Flying Training Wing and said I'd love to be one of those guys someday. A real-life Top Gun. I learned pretty quick to keep quiet about things like leaving Enid or seeing dinosaurs, except when I was with people I knew would understand. I thought of one person I was sure wouldn't understand. Not about this. "What about Dad?" I asked. My dad was Mr. Play It Safe. He loved Enid, bingo night, tater tots, and, "Hey, let's check out them there tractors in the mall." Yeah, really on that last part. Tractors in the mall. No lie. Of course, my dad didn't talk like that. In fact, the last thing he said to me was, "I just want you to promise me that whatever you do, wherever you go, you'll be careful." So I promised. My mom took another sip of her lemonade. "Do you want me to call your dad? I mean, I think we both know what he'll say, but it's up to you, Eric." Ben grinned. "Listen, there's no need to bother Eric's father. The dinosaur tour guy swears it's safe. He's been doing it for a while and never had anything but satisfied customers, and I'm going to be there." I already knew what my dad would have said to that. "Sure, it's been safe until now. They've been darned lucky. But there's a first time for everything, and this dinosaur business doesn't sound safe to me." I thought about that promise I'd made to my father. Then I thought about the fact that if it were up to him, I'd not only still be in Enid, I'd be spending my whole life there. I loved my dad, but he didn't exactly live for adventure. Not like me. "Let's do it," I said. "I will tell your dad about your trip," my mom said. Then she grinned. "After you guys get back." I looked to the bright blue water ahead. Somewhere in the distance lay InGen's prehistoric zoo, an island of real live dinosaurs. I was going to see Jurassic Park. I was going to live my dream.